you scared to speak up at your game? Nervous about role-playing? Not anymore, I got you covered. Social anxiety in tabletop role-playing is real, and it's time to get confident, starting now. First off, I want to let you know that social anxiety happens for new players and experienced players. Have you ever felt nervous about speaking in character or afraid of looking silly at the table? You're not alone. Whether it's your first time at the table or you've been playing for years, we all get nervous sometimes. I'm here to share some tips, tricks, and strategies to help you game with confidence. So first, let's talk about why you might get anxious. Well, first of all, if you're new, this could be a brand new experience for you. You're likely experiencing maybe the fear of judgment. The goal of a role-playing game is to get together and have fun and tell a story together. Nobody should be expecting perfection. Please remember, the more authentic you are, the more memorable your game session will be. So here's some role-playing tips to help ease the social anxiety at the table. First off, keep it simple. Try giving your character just a single trait. Maybe they always fiddle with a little charm when they're thinking, or maybe they have a catchphrase that they always use. Having some type of prop or physical item in your hands can help ease the jitters a little bit. It gives your hands something to do. Maybe your fighter tends to take a little charm out of his pocket that he always fiddles with when he's thinking, and you can certainly do that right at the table. Now, does your mind tend to go blank when you get nervous? Feel free to write some of these things down, either in your gaming notebook or maybe even at the top of your character sheet. Feel free to jot down a little note about a phrase your character likes to say from time to time. You could write something like, tends to get flustered when angry, or whenever they're facing a lot of questions, they get kind of quiet and shy. Having that physical reminder right there can help you out a lot. You can also take the pressure off of speaking in front of the table by using a lot of gestures and facial expressions instead. Maybe to communicate that your character is angry, you can sit back, cross your arms, and give a little scowl. I assure you, if this is something you're not used to doing, you have to flex this creative muscle. You're not used to using it, and it's okay, but it gets easier with time and practice. Challenge yourself to try doing something just once during the game. Maybe speaking in character for just one line. Oh, pleasure to meet you, sir. I'm Griffin. Or just one time, try giving descriptions in a little more detail. I pull back my bow and I aim it right at the troll. And I look kind of scared, but I let go and fire an arrow. It may be helpful to remember you don't have to perform, you get to play. Remember, we're playing a game here. This is not a performance. You're not going to be graded on a scale of 1 to 10. This is not an audition. You're not going to be scored. Tabletop role-playing games should be a source of fun, not stress. If you're finding these tips helpful so far, go ahead and hit that like button below. You also want to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So here's some additional things you can do to help build your confidence. The first thing you can do is practice. You can always practice by yourself while you're doing things around your house. Talk like you're in your character, or maybe practice some expressions in front of a mirror. You might even want to recruit some friends to help you. Another idea is to see if your DM is willing to have a quick 15-minute session, just you and them, to help boost your confidence. This might boost your confidence a little bit rather than getting in front of the whole table for the first time. Also, make sure you celebrate the small wins. After the game, focus on what went great. You have to train your brain to start looking for the positive things. These little micro goals are going to help build your confidence over time. Another thing I want you to do is embrace your mistakes. These games are about telling a story together. If you make a mistake and just laugh it off, the group will too. I also encourage you to communicate your concerns. If you let the rest of the table know, hey guys, I'm feeling a little anxious about the role-playing part of this, you're going to break the tension and remind everybody to be supportive of each other. When I decided to start playing Dungeons & Dragons, I jumped right into the role of Dungeon Master for the first time and decided to run Curse of Strahd. I was very anxious about playing all the different NPCs in the game, and I struggled with the anxiety of feeling the need to give them all different voices and make them all very unique characters, and would I remember how this NPC talked versus how this NPC talked? And I found that one of the things that helped a lot was I just focused on 1 or 2 really memorable NPCs and tried to give them a couple memorable traits. So it wasn't super overwhelming. I only had a few things to remember, and I was gaming with a group of friends that were all very supportive. This allowed me to be even more confident the next game we played. It's totally normal to feel anxious about the role-playing part of your game. Again, I encourage you to practice, whether it's in-game or out-of-game. Baby steps. The best way to eat an elephant is 1 bite at a time, right? Also, make sure you have a supportive group. I also encourage you to give yourself some self-compassion. Show yourself a little grace. This is a new skill you're learning. If you've been gaming for a bit and can think of a time where you overcame some social anxiety, could you share it down below to help out some of the newbies? Again, if you found this helpful, you're going to want to hit the like button and subscribe for upcoming videos. But if you can monetarily support the channel, I do have a link in the description down below for my Buy Me a Coffee. See you in the next video where we break down the rules so you can game with confidence.